Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video we have the brand new Fenty foundation and we have right here Filt'r Hydrating Longwear foundation, and I have mine in the shade 180. For reference, my skin is combo, prone to acne. I have a little pimple, so as you see I have pimples here, and I have some enlarged pores in this area, just for your reference. This foundation has 32 milliliters and it has 1.8 ounce of fluids for $35. So it's the same price as the previous one right here, so that's very nice. Also, the foundation comes in 50 shades. They match exactly the same shade from the previous foundation, and that's very nice because some of the foundations, some of the brands come out with different foundations and every foundation had different shades. That makes it very difficult to find you shade in the new foundation. This time Fenty make it very easy for all of us and make all their foundation match the previous. And here the box has some of the claims, and it says that it's hydrating, medium to full cover for all skin tones, long wear, and light as air. So let's see the component. Here is the component of the new foundation. It looks so cute. I like how lightweight it is and how different from the previous one it is. It's very easy to recognize which one are you grabbing in your collection. So it looks very beautiful. This is plastic, obviously it's not glass as the previous one, and it has a pump, so very easy to grab your product right there. So here it is. The color that is outside the tube, it will try to imitate the color that is inside of the tube because this is not the actual color. So keep that in mind when you look at it. This is a little different of what the actual color is inside of it. The previous foundation I had the shade 210, and I remember telling you guys that this is not a good match for me, so I hope the 180 is much better. I didn't get the new primer because it's hydrating and my skin is combo, so I didn't want to add too much hydration to my skin and then probably not working out for me. I have here the original primer, and this is the one that I'm gonna be using for this. This is the Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. This is the one that I'm gonna be using. If you saw my previous video about Fenty that I show you the difference between this one and the brand new mattifying one, I rather this one than the brand new one. So I keep this one obviously because it's already in my collection, and I returned the mattifying one because I didn't really notice much difference. I think this one performed better for my skin. If you haven't watched that video, I'm gonna put it here for you to go ahead and watch it. And I have here the first foundation brush that they released, so I'm gonna be using this one half of my face, and the other half of my face I'm going to be using a beauty blender. So on my right I'm gonna be using the brush, and on my left I'm gonna be using the beauty blender. There we go. So this is the consistency. It's very liquidy. I'm gonna put this on my face right now and see how it looks. So on my right side I'm gonna be using a brush. I have some stroke, so I'm just going to be tapping with the beauty blender to make it more even. Let's go ahead with this side with the beauty blender. It definitely absorbs more of the product, so you get more cover with the brush than the sponge. So let's get a little more of the foundation, just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna grab the brush and I'm gonna try to cover some areas of my face more and see if the foundation does the job. This foundation doesn't want to stay in my nose. This is no good. Let me try it with the beauty blender. I think definitely a brush can give you a more cover, just like I said before. I try to build it up in certain areas and it helped a little bit, but it's not a buildable formula. I don't really like it how it looks when you try to build too much on it. Like I start lifting what it was under on my nose. So keep that in mind, that maybe it's not as buildable as other foundations might be. And always I'm gonna leave it very simple. I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlight, just a little bit. And I'm gonna make my brows and put my brows and do my lips, and that's it. I'm gonna keep it very simple as always because we wanna concentrate on the foundation. but as a first impression, I can tell you that I really like how it's looking like so far. So good. I don't see it emphasizing anywhere really. It looks very, very good at this point. I like the color, I like the consistency. I don't feel like I have foundation on my face. I have to give that to Fenty, because this one right here, you feel the foundation. You feel that you have something on your face. The brand new one right here is like, I don't feel anything. I feel like I don't feel anything. I feel my skin very light, very fresh, very good. I really like the consistency and how it feels on the skin. Alright guys, this is how my face is gonna look for the rest of the day. I added for my complexion this Benefit Sheet Glitter Mini Bronze Squad palette. I've been using this a lot lately. I love it. I use all of them. And for my brows, I add this Green Me by Benefit in the number 3. I really like this little product. And for my lips, super simple, super fast, super fresh, super good. Fresh Sugar Peach Hydrating Lip Balm. So you know already the drill. I'm gonna come back in a few hours and show you how the foundation looks like on my skin. As of now, it looks very fresh, very nice, very hydrated, not dry at all. I like how it looks like right now. So let's wait a couple of hours and see how this foundation wears. The only part that I don't like is my nose. At this moment right now, I don't like that it seems like it's a little bit trying to skip my nose. And a lot of foundations do that to me, but lately some of them didn't. So let's see how the rest of the face looks like at the end of the day. No setting powder, no setting spray, no concealer, nothing on my skin besides the products that I mentioned. So let's wait and see how it looks later. Alright guys, this is how my face looks like after 6 hours of wearing this foundation. And what I can tell you, oh my god, I'm impressed. I don't know if you can tell I'm a little tired. It's late already, but I'm gonna wear this foundation for at least 8 hours. Minimum. I'm gonna try to wear it for longer, but 8 hours is gonna be the minimum. And let me tell you what I think with 6 hours of wearing this foundation. My skin looks very luminous. This foundation is holding up on my face very well. I look luminous, my oils are coming through, but the foundation is not separating. It just looks fine for me. And my liking, it looks fine. I don't mind to be a little bit dewy. I just don't like when I look cakey or when the foundation starts separating, like very noticeable from certain areas of my face. Obviously, I didn't set the face. I didn't do setting mists with a setting powder, good setting powder and a setting mist. This foundation will last me longer, because at this point it's been 6 hours and this should be the way that it looks like after 8 or 10 hours, you know, not like 6. This is more like a regular 10 hours for me in other foundations. But at the same time, I don't look as oily as I look with other foundations either. So if you remember the video with the Pamograph, I look really oily at the end of that night. With this one, it's a little less oily. So I definitely think this one is performing in that sense a little better. But let's come back later and let you know my final thoughts about this foundation. Alright guys, it's already past midnight and I'm extremely tired, so I cannot go longer than this. This has been 8 hours of wearing this foundation and I have my opinion already. I'm pretty sure this is a good amount of time for a foundation that I've been wearing without a setting powder and setting spray. So, and without any touch-ups. So I know this is a good foundation so far. So good. I can tell you that my foundation looks okay in the majority of the face. From the beginning, didn't look the best on my nose. It didn't want to stay there, so I need to apply concealer and then the foundation on top to be able to make the foundation to stay in that area. But besides that, it looks very good. You see the oils coming through the foundation. You see my T-zone more oily than the rest of my face, definitely 100%. But it is a hydrating foundation. and keep that in mind. This looks amazing. It looks good. I have other foundations that are not supposed to be hydrating and they look like this at the end of the night. So this looks really good. And what am I gonna be wearing this foundation from now on, and I will see if it works, and if it definitely works, I will definitely keep using it like that, is the combination of these two. I really think this is going to be an amazing combination for combo and oil skins. When those days that you feel like your skin is too dry to handle this one, I definitely have those days. I definitely deal with those days often, more often than I would like to. So the combination of these two are going to be amazing. And for the more winter months, maybe November, December, January, this one by itself is gonna be amazing. So I'm excited to use this together and use this only by the months of winter. Those November, December, January, and all those months by himself. I'm excited to use this by himself in those months. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope that this video was informative for all of you, and if you like high-end makeup and you like a little bit of fashion, please consider subscribe to my channel. It will make the world to me and it will help me a lot here in YouTube, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!